Well, hello, this is the final boss, and this is Minerva Labyrinth. Um, this is the beginning of the game, and it does look like it has some control schemes. My one, flag raise that I would say is starting with a big info dump in some senses of tutorials. While I understand that this is early development and probably necessary, it is definitely something that the developer will want to look out for and adjust/avoid down the road. Most people are going to the small menu, navigate options, up, down, left, right. Yep, confirm selection with enter in space. Cancel or go back with escape. Love it. Left A, right D. Change characters, Q and E. Select character directly, like a first-person shooter. Open up the field menu. Characters do things. Okay. Mouse over. There's no music, by the way, so I'm kind of just playing these 100% as they're coming out. I can put some background music on, but I feel like it's better. Mouse over menu options. Confirm. Cancel with right. Click arrows. To change characters. I feel like this is all pretty self-explanatory. It's also one of those things with events like this is, I would definitely try to see how much of your game, I'm not doing gamepad, the field. When you step onto them, events to interact with, search command here, try using a key item. An encounter with hate. You can't pass until you defeat them. Fleeing will just push you back. The icon on the right presents a boss. Restore your health and magic cure for a price. Oh, whew, there's a... All right, we're starting with the... we're starting with it. All right, there's more than one route through the labyrinth. If you're stuck or feeling difficult enemies, look for another path. Conserve your MP so you don't burn out your expeditions. Skills can help deal with enemies that are defending or hard to hit. Weapon skills have bonus to hit, but can still miss. Most magical attacks, skills like Dispatch rely on your weapon, have the same range as your attack. Locked doors require a key, which is used automatically. Locked gates are switches or events. Fixed encounters. I would love, for the developer, if you watch this, I don't know if you're building this in Unity or what you're building. It looks like it's in Godot. But if you ever feel inspired and you want to add some of these cool mechanics to my gymongous RPG project, World Seekers, let me know. Some fixed encounters will drop extra loot or even unique items when defeated. Save often in multiple slots. You want to keep a save at headquarters. Fleeing from combat is more likely to succeed after multiple attempts. Accuracy, okay, that's all the stats. Common stats, speed, accuracy, defense. I hope I can mouse over this and get the information. I'm going to start zooming through. Yep, built with Godot engine, figured. Okay, cool. Okay, can I play? Okay, there we go. We got it. I tried to press escape. Okay. New game or load game? We're going to go to new game. Use default party, play prologue. Enable tutorials. Oh, we just got tutorials. Welcome to Minerva Labyrinth. Okay, push past a mob of screaming commuters. You make your way to the subway station. So it's kind of like modern day, dungeon crawler Carl, I guess. As soon as you pass the security gate. Minerva Squad, this is Diana. We read you entering the station. The hate was last seen barreling down there somewhere. Make sure any civilians in the area are safe, then track it down and eliminate it. So again, in terms of the narrative, again, I think we're giving too much. So in both the tutorial and the narrative, we're giving too much too early. I think we honestly can cut a lot of that stuff until it's relevant, right? Even that page on status effects and things like that really shouldn't appear until I'm receiving a status effect. Then that can come up and it can say reference this in your index if you want to read over it again. Likewise with stuff like this, we're getting a lot of exposition in the dialogue, right? Minerva Squad, this is Diana. We read you entering the station. We already know we're in the station. So the fact that we're restating hey, you're here, this is what's going on, is going to slow down the momentum. And I know, in a game like this, narrative usually isn't the main focus, but I think optimizing the dialogue, making sure that you're starting with a hook, it can be really, really beneficial. I mean, you think about Baldur's Gate 3, they start with, the biggest hook you can think of is, There's a worm crawling into your brain from your eye hole. Like, horrific and terrifying, but also absolutely, they give you enough context to understand that that's what's happening, and then they give you more information as you continue. Stop the hate before it creates a new labyrinth. City Transit has already halted all train service in response. We don't worry about that. We're detecting some other distortions. Proceed with caution. I know this is your first time out, and things are happening fast, but don't worry, you've got this. Thanks, Diana. Alright. Yep. Okay. Man appears to be maintenance work. He speaks hastily. The heck, did you just see everyone around here screaming some big monster just tore through here? If you're going to a convention, I suggest you get a cab. What, you're here to kill it? Dressed like that? Are you nuts? Look at the station. So I like this. That's actually a really strong dialogue thing, right? So just by a standard worker saying, whoa, you're dressed like that, it's giving me a lot of that tutorial information without it feeling like a tutorial, right? It's telling me that I'm in the modern day. It's telling me that I'm in, fantasy clothes because this person thinks I'm going to a convention. I'm dressed like that, and so forth. Also, these, like, the names are opportunities, are can be missed opportunities, right? So you could do, like, subway electrician, instead of worker, right? And immediately I know that this is modern day as well, right? So even something as simple as saying, instead of worker, which could mean he's like a farmer in a fantasy world or whatever, and obviously because it's low pixel, establishing that's valuable. But even ticket checker or like salesperson, whatever. Ticket salesperson. There's no way across right now. Don't say I didn't warn you. When you decline, the man brings down the gate with a clatter, and you rush into the darkness. When not in combat, you can access all commands. Okay. Oh, I wish I could look. First aid station will completely restore your HP. Can I look? Oh, I can. So I have to use, like, arrow keys. Interesting. Can I, like, drag? That's actually one thing I would wonder if I can, like, drag to look around. Even if it's, like, a locked drag, where, like, I drag it and then it, like, clicks over. So there's nothing in here. Bump. Oh, that's me bumping the wall. Okay. Kazoos and more. Not much more, apparently. The jewel icon in this room indicates treasure, useful items. Okay, we already kind of... It's actually a little weird, because we already got this info. Let to press tab. Chocolate? Alright. Alright, we take those. You're about to encounter hate. First group fights up close, they can attack with weapon or skill. Characters with high hit points can be hit by short-range attacks and gain a small defense bonus, as long as the front row is standing. Okay, so it's just ranked combat. Every aspect grants special combat skills to his realtor. Oh, interesting. This is like the Fate system where... that's honestly something I wish was seen more in computer CRPGs. Was, I loved what the Fate core system did with these, like, tags and aspects in a certain area. We kind of try to do that in our game, but we just can't. Like, it's just too many wheels turning. But in something like this, you could say, oh, it's dark, +1 to all, or -1 to all ranged attacks. Oh, it's like subway, noise, audio attacks, echo now, or whatever, Show no mercy. Oh, is it just an auto battler? No. Okay, so this is like a normal. There's the hot. So attack a snarl. Okay, this is a turn order. Yeah, this dude. And this dude does not die. Trying to knock him out here. 1 second. Yes, sir.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm playing a video game. My sweet little buddy. It's my kiddo. He was like, "What's going on out here, Dad? You sound like something strange is afoot." He's been in a very, very just a sweet and adorable phase of his life. Man, I don't know. I feel like I should be doing more stuff than just like. Oh, I see. This is a person who's acting right now. How much health did I lose? Not much. I'm not like that worried about it. My gosh, dude, how much life does this thing have? Spit darkness, so I got a status effect. I want to like inspect this. Statuses. I want to inspect this. I don't think I can unless it's their turn. Which is a little... Vengeance. Whew, that's not great. I don't love that. Self-damage. So we're just going to try to just do normal attacks on this guy. Thank you. So she healed. I'm going to look at her statuses. What? It's this lady's turn. What? Oh my goodness me. Okay, that's what I was doing wrong. There's like a scroll menu over here. Okay. So Mila... What does Guts do? And blind. So she's blinded, so she lost accuracy. She won't get knocked out, I guess. It's sort of like a death saving throw. And this person has grit, so they heal each turn. So that's why she healed, and Monica's just whatever. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So now it's this homegirl's turn. Life. 22 or tenacity. I'm not so worried about mass healing right now. What? She missed? Destruction, detonate. They all have different names, which is a little bit confusing. Like, I know they're still separated, it feels like, into, like, normal attack and spell attack. And so it is a little confusing why they have such a range of... He really can't be resisted dealing 30 damage. And another 10 by 6 turns. That seems pretty good. Yeah, so he'll take damage. Does it take it on each time his turn comes around, or each time something? Sun. Soothing touch. From every ally in one row. Okay, so this is like my back line. Interesting. So this is my back line. Oh, so this is my front line. So these guys are my back line. Okay. So am I that worried about blind? Sure, I'll take away blind. War. Yeah, that was gonna kill him, I think. I think I'm just gonna like normally attack, I guess, right? I don't know if I should, like, try to heal a little bit. I mean, that does absolutely nothing, so good to know. He's next. There we go. Just in time. Party reaches 7 XP each. I found 14 rem. At your feet dissolve into black smoke. After a few moments, there's nothing left. Great job, squad. Is everyone okay? If you're hurt, there's a first aid station. You need to rearrange your party. You can do the order menu. Okay. I mean, why don't I go back and just see what the first aid stations do? Ooh, it's locked. Bump. Oh? Oh, I just have to search it. Okay. Interesting, interesting. I understand, I guess. Taco mouth when you can't think of anything else. Wow, I mean, sounds tasty. We all love Taco Mouth. Leather Whip and Ash Bow. Alright. Gemstones. You should be able to slot these into your medallions. Swords are the most dangerous weapons, but whips and glaives strike enemies one blow away, while the bows can strike any target. Or if you want to hit back enemies, feel free to switch weapons. Poor, but strengthen your skills. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go to inventory. Equip. Let's do character. I guess it's just equipment, eh? Oh, here we go. Okay. So, Ash Wand. So it's significantly worse. And she'll get like a debuff apparently. I don't know if like that's looking that interesting to me. Leather Whip. I mean, Simon might be able to like do some healing. I don't know if there's much of an incentive. Like, I wish that I had found something I could actually equip. Feels pretty uninspired in terms of what I want to actually put on. I don't think I want to put on any of these. Yeah, I don't think any of those are what I want. It's valid, but yeah. Authorized personnel only. Positive status effects appear at the bottom left of each character. The top left, selecting status, helmet menu, help screen, debuff, deal damage. Okay. Okay, so that's the big help screen that I hit on earlier. Okay, there's a fight in there. Bring it on, stinkers. Ah, I got a pause. So that's my positive, like, life thing. This chick, a short range reckless strike for 20. Ugh. We'll just... I don't think I can go for the back line right now. Also, if anybody's watching on Twitch, feel free to chat and ask questions, because I'm still figuring out. But she's frontline. But she's like one of my damage dealers, I guess, anyways, huh? Ugh. Gross. War. I mean, that's pretty good. You will do destruction. Holy moly, man. You hit like a truck. Healing ray that can't be resisted, dealing 30 energy. Oh, that's a heat ray. Oh, heat ray. I wish it could go like front and back line, but let me just detonate this dude. Can I go to the back? Oh, shrew. Let's try this. I'll just work on the left side here. Oh, yeah. Got him. Monica. Let's see what we were going to be doing here. We just kind of want to finish this fool off, yeah. It's Narelle. Life. An ally row. I like that. Let's see. My front line needs a little love. Let's do that. Tenacity. Front row. Nice. Nah, she should attack. This person's beast. They can't be resisted. I mean, this is a little bit more mana protected, so I might just do that. See if that can knock out the shrew while I attack the Snarl. So I can't touch the back line here, but that's why it's 1 of 1. Okay. This lady kind of... Heavy blow deals 27 physical. How much does she do normal? 23. I mean, so like it doesn't seem like... Okay, so now this thing is in the front row, so it's pretty much just dead. Do I care about any of these things? Nah. Whew! That thing hurts. What the heck, man? Okay, point of interest. Giant switch with no small effort. A metallic screeching. Alright, we opened a bridge, friends. That looks like the bridge. Okay. I wonder if I should, like, rush back to the healing. I mean, so that's, like, another thing, too, is, like, you know, it's like, how much, like, backtracking do you want to allow? Like, you know, that can, you know, like, making, maybe the monsters, you know, I don't even know, like, maybe it's, like, adjusting the difficulty down, and then, okay, a lot of scarms. Let us do life. No. By 7 for 4. I mean, I may as well just heal my front row. Keep them chugging. Destruction. Might just... I mean, do I care? I should start working on the back row, I guess, with the magic lady. These things seem to have about 60 health. That don't really matter. Okay. Defend. What? Why did you miss? Am I like blind? Oh, she's blinded. Phooey. I didn't even see that. Back row. Maybe we'll just wipe one of the guys out. Life. No, I want the person that can, Oh, so she can only do front lines as well. Man, so useless. I mean, I see that she's a healer, but... Sun... Cured! Dude, this snarl is rude. Attack. Wait, no. Who's this? This is... Oh, this chick is good damage. Alright, we got one down. Destruction, Igniting Ray. We'll just do the back row guy again. I should knock him out, right? No? Alright, okay. If it doesn't knock him out, then that's fine. I'm not offended. Who needs a little bit of buff? We'll do Spring Water on Alice. Boom. Sun. Nah, we're just gonna attack. Okay, Mia, I think you're also just a straight up damage dealer. Alright, alright. These are things that have been done and accomplished in a way. If you have any characters with healing magic, you can access the outside. Okay, so yeah, it's just like a normal. So don't tap. Stop leaving your food here. Tony, let me in. Chocolate, yeah! Oh, 45 monies. Ooh, there's money back there. Shop sells various tacky things. I respect that. Black bodice. Blocking the door. Okay. So is that an equipable? Let's see. I will. It says H. I don't know if that's like not good or something. So this seems to leather bodice, bronze. Oh, where's my armor? That seems pretty good. I mean, Monica Vengeance, I feel like. Yeah, I could benefit from that. She does a lot of like self-damage and taunts. I still don't think there's any use for the there's some stuff back here. No sign of the. Okay, save my game. Okay. Save. I'm glad you still have quick saves. Lapis earrings. Alright, let's do that first. We'll get all beefy. I feel like Vengeance is kind of my magic defense. Yeah, Vengeance is my homie, dude. I appreciate Vengeance. Bring it on, haters. Haters gonna hate. Alright, this direction. We're gonna do Detonate in the back row because I do not like the strews. Yes, thank you. We're gonna just. Let's see. What's my war command? Sudden swipe. I think we do this to the front row. Just kind of give us a little bit of a boost. Sun. No, you're just attack at this point until we start taking damage. Leftmost snarl. Oh, you cruel monsters. Vengeance. Thank you for the follow, Antiquity, and welcome. Thank you, thank you. Is this your game? I'm excited. I know a few. I'm going to be playing some other games quite soon. And welcome, Channel 3GG. Oh my goodness, you kind folks. This is my game here. Well done. That's the first thing. Before I, talk about, I have some recorded stuff. Like, oh, maybe this can be adjusted. But first thing, just well done. It is no mean feat. I want to start this guy working his way down. Life. Yeah, and let's just keep our front row going. Yeah, I mean, MP is really in high demand, is what I'm noticing. It's like, so the things, like, so overall, this is really cool. I love the art. I love the vibe. Defend destruction. I think I'm just gonna, like, how much MP does this person have? Quite a bit. I'm just gonna bust down this thing. I hate those things. Phew. That hurt. War. I think we'll take down this snarl. That should do it. Sun will soothing touch. I think you're actually the one looking pretty rough. How much life do they have? I wish I could inspect. Let me see. So the vigor will just heal them at this point, I think. I'm not gonna burn more magic. This person's pretty ineffective, but well, they'll hit people, I guess. Do I want to use one of my big hits? I'm okay with this person getting taunted a little bit, so that's fine with me. I'm just gonna magic attack because I am low on magic. Yeah. Also wonder, at this phase, if it's ever worth it to look at doing, it's just auto attack. And just saying, hey, I got it down to one enemy. Because there is still that step of, click, 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 click. And then, just even an arrow. I mean, we even added this to our card game, which should tell you, maybe my, at least, personal, belief that it's a valuable addition. Dude, this guy. Oh! Rude. It's annoying. Who are you? Hang on. After a moment, you hear a loud scraping as the door is unbarred. Friend. Frightened young man in a light blue polo huddles near the rear of the stockroom. His name tag says Jay. He breathes a sigh of relief as you approach. Oh man, I thought they were going to get me. Thank you. But those dog things tore the door apart like it was paper. How the heck are you still alive? If you can do that, does that mean you're here to take out the big one? I saw it jump the beeline tracks outside. It didn't see me, but those other ones did. I think everything's locked down, so if it's still here, you need to extend the bridge. Hey, I have a key to the maintenance room and tell my boss if you say you found it on a corpse or something. He's gonna run with everybody else, but that pack just trapped me in here. Gonna get out of here. Okay. Banging, Jay quickly bars the door behind you. Alright, Jay. I'm glad you're safe, buddy. Oh, I got a Rescue Jay achievement. Alright. No path. Okay. So, like, the question is, like, my temptation right now is to just, like, Omega backtrack. You know. I mean, because, like, you know, I love games like NetHack. And, like, the, you know, in games like NetHack, like, safety first, you know. And so I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to definitely do that. I don't know if that's, like, me being a total cheesy cheeser. But, yeah, that was another thing to think about, which is like, do you want that behavior? Do you want players to like go and backtrack and optimize and be sweaty like that? Authorized personnel only. Oh. Then the hard pull, you extend the western maintenance bridge. This one doesn't pull. Okay. Eastern maintenance bridge drives into place. So we got the bridges. All right. So that's that's like a shortcut. Okay. Oh. Silly me. Okay, well, I guess it was intentional on the developer's part. Use a subway key. There is somebody here. As a sharp chill pierces your chest, icy talons close around your heart. You recover from the shock. Careful, squad. We're detecting a major phase variance in your current location. Looks like the area is already being deformed by the hate's presence. If you get lost, press M to view the map. Okay. I wonder if there's fast travel. I kind of wish I could just, like, click somewhere and like zip over there. There's still an exclamation point? Did I miss an exclamation point? Like, me being OCD is gonna go back and try to find this. Oh, phooey. What? 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 Oh, it's blocking debris. So it's something I can't really do, apparently. So I'm missing a key of some kind. Alright, I respect it. You got me. I couldn't figure it out. Alright. Can't say I'm pleased by that, but... Land of Infusion Tea Shop. A jagged opening being torn through the north wall. Nope, it's there to be abused. Abuse it while you can. He's in there. He's fine. Okay. A jagged opening wall has been torn into the north wall. Spilled merchandise lies scattered amidst broken tile and concrete. Alright. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Uh-oh. This looks like a trouble. This looks like trouble. Bring it on, stinkers. Alright. So we got some of the scorns in the front row, which I hate. And there's something problematic back there I can't quite see yet. So let's get rid of these screws. I don't know why I call them scorns. I'll do this screw. I do not like screws, yeah. I do not like the screws, so this one is going to apply tenacity to my front row. That's really good. I wonder if it can stack. That would be one thing I'd be... Like, if I just keep stacking it on them, will it make a difference? Alice? Sun? No. Just auto attack. Thank goodness, that's one out. Alright. Yeah, thank goodness that missed. Those things are not nice. Okay, so it's just one of, like, the little... cats in the back row. I think I just want to burst this thing down. I don't like those. Those do so much damage. No effects. Typically don't stack unless they say they do. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm excited. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna complete this this zone, and then I think it's getting close to it, and then I'll talk about sort of my thoughts and the overall. Yeah. That did not do enough healing for this person taking... that did not do enough damage for this person taking self-damage. So I think this person, I'm just going to have her attack. I wish I'd give her a better weapon of some kind. She's pretty unhelpful at this current phase. I don't have a bunch of negative debuffs to take out, so I'm just gonna keep just banging my face against the bad guys. Attack. This one I might do. Yeah, row accuracy is pretty dope. We'll just do destruction. We'll do a detonate on one of the back here. God, that's a really strong move. It's nice to have that. Alright, vengeance. I might just do overpower and just see if I can get taunt, because this lady can take a lot of damage. I gave her some good armor too. Life, spring water, don't really care. Is there ever any benefit to defending, you know, in games like this? I don't really think so. I feel like it's just a skip turn. Every game I've ever played, especially even though it's like ranked up so high, every RPG I've ever played, defend is almost, I mean, maybe it's just my playstyle, like, but defend never seems like an interesting option. I kind of want to, I don't think I need to worry about saving mana, because, 84 crit, wow. So yeah, so I can just run back here. I will abuse it. I will do as I'm told and abuse the healing point. Yeah. There we go. You know, if they said it was okay, if the developer said it was cool, you know. Oh, phooey, there was one right here. Well, that's what I get for being a scoundrel. Just a beef wizard. Just a stark, empty room. It's not clear whether the shop was already abandoned or erased. Man. Okay. Alright, we got something here. Massive shadows through the gate. South. Resist your attempt to illuminate it. Make out the burning rain. The master of this labyrinth is waiting beyond the gate. You can't escape from a boss once you engage. Make sure you're fully prepared. I want to go in there. So I need, like, the key first. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Wall switch. Your map is smart enough to track changes in the labyrinth if you tell what switch does. Okay, so map. There's an A. A is for first aid. So the switch maybe opened the thing to the bad guy, I'm guessing. That's my best guess. Bring it on, stinkers. Oh. Those little bird things, I do not like the evil burbs. I do not like the evil burbs. Let me go ahead and overpower a Stru. And then we're going to destruction. We're just going to burst down this fool. Life, tenacity for my front row. Rude. War. I haven't really felt like I've not been like blown away by the usefulness of her like command buff. It doesn't, like, I haven't been like, wow, that's like noticeable, you know. Vengeance. We're just gonna keep doing overpower, man. I like it. I want them to attack this lady because she has the best armor, at least as far as I can tell. Defend, destruction. It just feels better to, like, just one-shot somebody, you know? Life. Oh, wow, that wasn't very helpful. Alright, get the Stru. I hate the Stru. Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to, like, conserve MP, but I don't think it's really doing much good. Boom. Destruction. Ignite Ray. Sure. Just for efficiency's sake here. Alright, so we did it. We've got a baddie. You hear distant clattering. It's hard to be sure. Okay, so I probably want to go back. I want to save, I think. I don't know. I would just, like, autosave. Like, I feel like, in my point of view, like, a lot of, like, the go back, save, you know, no, I don't want to fight you quite yet. I want to go in here. Now I want to fight that jerk. Yeah, like, because I feel like those are things that, like, for better or for worse, have evolved out of, I think, either player taste. Oh, that's a big chungus. It's a big chungus. Don't want to do that yet. I just want to. Let me just get these little side guys down. Life. Tenacity on my front row, please. Vengeance. We'll start doing my, like, yeah, my damage over time stuff. Not much need to conserve, yeah. Yeah, I don't defend too often, but there are times when it does help. Okay, so, like, there'll be, like, a big attack coming, and you'll be like, oh, it's better for me just to, like, hunker down and not get bonked. That's fair. I still just don't think I care about command either. Oof. Don't love that. Destruction. We're gonna detonate this guy. Goodbye, friend. Vengeance. Overpower. Snarge. Sun. Let's do our harmful effect cleanse. Thank you. This individual. Yeah, I feel like, again, that's like another one of those things where I'm like, I kind of wish that person could do more than 4 damage. Like, if their moveset is limited, like, you know, they should at least have something useful to do, even after kind of their core function of healer, you know, like, you know, caster is resolved. Maybe that's just my own point of view, though. I mean, I don't think that's like a whole, you know, hard and fast, like, best way to do it by any stretch. Destruction. We'll do the damage over time. Whew! That hurt. I think I'm just still gonna like YOLO, and then I'm just gonna use this guy to just heal up the front line. She has something. I think that's burning. I'm not really sure. Oh well. Life. Spring water for Monica. You feel better now. Destruction. We're gonna just keep dumping the igniting ray on this guy. War. Flashing blade. Yeah. I want her to do. Yeah. I want her to do her dispatch because I just want to stack more bleed on this guy. And then this individual. I think we just attack. Interesting. Life. She still has a stack of the healing on her, so I'm not like that. I don't feel that like worried about it. Destruction. Just attack. Yeah, again, I'm finding myself wanting an auto attack button because at this point, like, I've kind of like done the, to my knowledge, like the special moves I want to do, or even if you could just like set them to always do a certain action until the MP runs out, that would be interesting. Yeah, but I am finding myself like I just want this person just to only do dispatch because it maybe stacks bleed and like that's great. Ooh, so now I can. But I have, thankfully, time to heal her up. So I'm not so worried. I want her just to deal damage. And I want your life to be spring water for Monica. And then, we'll just do overpower. That's fine. But yeah, I do wish that there was some automation. Like, I know that sounds really weird, but like, it depends on your goals as the game developer. Destruction. Detonate. See you later, skunk. Oh, wow. He's a tough cookie. Do I care about command? Accuracy by 20, and it reduces MP costs. Nah. That's actually pretty good, but... Sun, we'll do... Bump Monica up a little bit. We'll just have you attack. Vengeance Dispatch. Bajam! Destruction. Igniting Ray. This guy's like a ton of life. I wish I could see his status. I don't think I really can. Oh, I can! Oh, but it doesn't tell me. Okay, so he's got 6 stacks of burning that do damage, 6 stacks of bleed. I wish it would... So it just does that value. It's sort of like Slay the Spire where it does that 6 value, I guess. Okay, war. Good gosh, y'all. What is it good for? I think he's going to do Flashing Blade. I mean... Oof. We are going to just do vengeance attacks and just overpower. Alright! Woohoo! Iron Greatsword! Level 2, level 2. Ooh, and I learned some new skills. Maybe this will make the Sunburst... No, that's Sunburst is Sun Lady. Maybe it's this Simon chick learns Vital Spark. That will be interesting. Hate lets out a bone-rattling roar. Begins to evaporate. I knew you could do it. I'll see if I can override the gate controls. I want to try and explain this to the city. I'll take the rest of the night off. Though the beast could have likely filled a tree with its monstrous blade, you've suffered only a few bruises. Alright, so now I just leave, I guess. So it's like one of those, like, you gotta get in, but you gotta get out. Or they opened the way out. Return to headquarters, yes! You touch your medallions to activate your powers, your weapon and armor vanish, and cast a cover of light. I love that. You know, I love the world building here. Times the number of rounds remaining to the stacks, it will say 2x or such. Yeah, okay. Small underdorm building downtown. Dr. Champion's personal expertise. Great hall is quiet and empty. She's in the operations. Upgrade your equipment and get information. You can return here from the labyrinth at any time. Cool. HQ. Advanced machinery and medical devices. Someone in a lab coat and a French braid. I like the writing so far. I think that's, you know, in terms of... So I think in the beginning, and, you know, if you watch the VOD, you'll see this. I think there's a little bit too much exposition in the writing and a little bit too much tutorialization up front. I think a lot of the tutorials should wait to surface until they become relevant. Like, you know, like the status effect one shouldn't really appear until you encounter a status effect and it's applied to you. Though, I don't even know if you need to tutorialize that. I think that there's a lot of things in gaming now that we just kind of understand. I would almost say, you know, can you, maybe even just with tooltips or visual indicators, get 80% of players to play it without needing the tutorial. And then if they need help, you can say, press F1. Those would be some of the things that I would be asking myself. If, like, I was like, hey, how do I... you know, make this game as, you know, appeal to the widest audience, right? Like, that would be my thinking is like, hey, you know, these RPG games do appeal to a very specific audience. How do you make that as broad as possible and make it appeal to as much of the audience that it does appeal to? Tutorial as much as I feel I can, but I still have say, yeah, folks who don't know what they need to equip a weapon. Yeah. The woman in the lab coat speaks without looking back up. You're on her back. That was quick. Can you come back in a bit? I'm almost done. Okay. Let me go to these. Room is lined with wall-to-wall array of monitoring equipment. Awesome. Diana, hey, you made it. You did it. Pretty cool. I want to hear all about it later, but you better go see Dr. Chamfer. I'll let her in. So I like this kind of like, you know, sort of like kitchenry in the break room is a cache of first aid supplies. Medical charging station. Okay, and integrated crystals, so I can heal. Oh, I have to pay for heals here. Okay. I feel something about that. Witnesses describe an attack of nightmarish creatures in black smoke. Grainy cell phone video of what could be happening. The bystander has not been authenticated. Is it Jay? I hope it was Jay. Star Sailor, are you witnessing the first wave of a terrifying threat? I also wish, like, so one thing, just because I'm OCD. Okay, whoops. The map didn't fill in until I literally walked into the square. Even here, like, there's an empty square there. I've had a view of it, and it, like, you know, because I'm a crazy person, but again, like, it's like, who are the players you're giving this to? I'm gonna have to walk through all these squares, because it's gonna make me mad. So, you know, like, if it doesn't break the game, that would be something to think about. I'm gonna Go around your room before I talk to you, Professor. Sitting behind a desk, I do wonder if you could have added desk asset and a few props to make these things happen, even if they're non-collidable. Like, right? Like, you don't have to have collision on these things, just to say, hey, I can still walk into that, like, space that has the icon on it, but maybe there's just, like, a little desk. Or just, like, a, something to give a little bit more scene dressing. I feel like that's also a little bit missing, is just the scene dressing. And even if it's like non-collidable, that might be something to think about. Large desk cluttered with books, research materials. Dr. Regine set out 5 of you to request this project. She's been less than explicit for why she chose it. So we're essentially... Oh, what was that show? Umbrella Academy. Welcome back, squad. I think we have the first mission success. Okay, trial by fire. The hate forced us out. At any rate, it's dealt with. I have a bit less urgent, like you look into. Uncovered activity in a building. The building was the site of a memorial. No idea how long they've been there, but they've twisted into a labyrinth, and I need you to enter and eliminate all the evils. Be advised that it won't be like a subway station. You've encountered a true labyrinth before. None of us really know what to expect. This sort of perverted mirror of the real world. Be ready for anything. That's all, squad. I've had a long night. I'm going to bed. Check with Dr. Scone before you go and get ready. Okay. So now I would start the main game. So what are my thoughts so far? Yeah, I do the same. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a matter of where to put the priorities. I do everything myself. Oh, yes. I'm a solo dev on our game as well. Me and one other guy, actually. I do a lot of the game design. He does the coding. So it's, but essentially, 2 people is pretty similar to one, at least in terms of, I mean, it's not, but yeah, it's part of the journey, But yeah, what are my thoughts? Yeah, I think the narrative is good. I would go through. I know in Unity they have tools like this. I don't know what they have here in Godot. But I would say it would be worthwhile to look into animating some of the text, right? So, like, in a game like this, text is very, very heavy, right? Like, you just need a lot of it. And having, like, text move, having text shape, having little letters fall down, that is, for many, like, for Unity, it's an asset pack that you can install, and then immediately it adds so much to what might, be less engaging out of the gate, and so I do think that, like, it's something I should do myself in my game. We have a lot of text in my game. I have the tools implemented. I just need to go through and add all the tags for all the text I want to do, but I think it's increasingly important. Thank you for the follow and welcome, but I do think, like, lots of focus on that can help a lot. I would trim down some of the dialogue and text. I think, in the writing world, they call it verbal doubling, where in a lot of times, especially in the beginning, the dialogue will restate something we already know. So I would sort of say, hey, are there ways to make sure that dialogue is really in scene, it's coming from the character, maybe doing less exposition, because you already have the exposition blocks and the tutorial blocks. But other than that, like, my overall thought is I think this is a really, really well executed sort of, map-based RPG. I think there's some really great, color. I liked the world building and the narrative. I almost wish there was more. Like, I actually felt like, because, like, what makes this different from a lot of the biggest question I always ask is, like, why this over another game in a similar genre? And I think, to me, like, the answer I would give is, like, I loved the labyrinthine idea is really cool. I like the modern fantasy world building, like, essentially the narrative. I like playing the fantasy of being, sort of like, being able to press a button and turning into a fantasy hero and defeating all this stuff and, being like the Umbrella Academy. That's really cool. That was a little buried, right? Like, so coming in, like, there's a lot of other text you're getting through before you get to those big moments, like before I get to the fantasy that I want to live as the player. The only other thing is, like, hey, because, like, a more typical RPG like this probably isn't my main go-to. Like, so, I mean, the question that I would ask then is, if I'm sitting down after the end of a long day of work, what will make me open up this game versus something else? I do think, like, there's some of these conveniences, like, hey, can some of the battles, like, automate? Can I just auto-decide for certain people? increase the pace. I think the pace is still really slow in combat and out of. I think in combat was probably the slowest paced aspect, and that's up to you, right? Like I think how long do you want a combat to last on average is worth thinking about and asking, and figuring out what your players want to experience too. I found that I really liked finding loot. I liked discovering things. Like the discovery is a huge draw in games like these. But again, I was spending so much time in combat. Wandering on the map was less of a priority. Similarly, even when I discovered certain things in the tutorial, the the weapons I found at first didn't seem really valuable enough to equip. So that's also something. It's like, hey, especially in that tutorial level where it's scripted, you've built it out. Make sure that like every hit you give the player is like a hit of adrenaline. Like, this is a Buster Sword, for maybe this level, or like this is something cool. Like that like the tutorial is where we need to tease those moments of like you are going to find something sweet and you're going to be excited about it as a player, especially in the labyrinth. So like remember, play to that as much as you're able, and like my biggest encouragement is think about the magical moments, and I think you have them in narrative and in the world, and dial those up. Make them feel bigger and impactful when they happen, and then try to think about reducing the time between their occurrences. Because battle dragged on a little bit, and so it slowed me getting to the next exciting magical moment as a player. But other than that, I think this is, again, that's like me nitpicking. This is a really, really strong project. You should feel really proud of yourself. Building something like this is not trivial. It's not an easy task, and I think anybody that creates something like this deserves a pat on the back and a high five and all the accolades that go with it. So well done. I'm excited to see how this continues to go, and I'm actually engaged enough with the story where I'm like kind of curious. Like if I had no other games to review tonight, I would probably play a few more levels. So that's awesome. Like that, like you've accomplished so much by getting me to feel that way, and so I think that's amazing, and you should feel really good about that. So thank you so much for sharing this with me. I'm excited to check out some of the other ones in this feedback quest. But this was a fun quest on the feedback quest.